It's from entire 30 seconds and takes her microwave back to my office. Close the door behind her, walk over the behind, sit on my exhibit. She stands over the door, and her arms are folded. She looks nervous. I don't mean to make her nervous. I point to the chair in front of me. She walks hesitantly. I feel like in trouble. You aren't in trouble. You aren't in the trouble. Injury won't come around the idea accepting anytime soon. And if she stays here and continue to work, it's putting the support at risk of getting hot. I don't know what I'm thinking hiring in the first place. I thought it's hide on the bag. But Kenna, I thought she could hide out in the bag. But isn't the kind of girl you can hide. She stands out. Someone will notice her. Someone will recognize her. And then we'll both feel consequences in the lie. I take my phone and text Kenna. Come to my office and you'll have a second. I stand up in pace for an entire 30 seconds. It takes her to make her way back to my office. I close the door behind her and walk over to my desk and sit on an basket. She stands near the door and her arms are folded. She looks nervous. I don't need to make her nervous. I point to the chair in front of me. She walks hesitantly toward in the seat. I feel like in trouble, she says. You aren't in trouble. I've been thinking about what you overheard Roman says. And I feel like should I know you that you don't have to come to work anymore. She looks surprised. Am I being fired? No, of course not. I'm here at Bresnik preparation in honest I'm about to spill. We both now heard you for safety reason, Kenna. If you ever get to the point you want to leave town and you need money, all you're after to ask. You don't have to work for it. She's looking at me like if the punch turned to God. She stands up and starts pacing while she processes this conversation. Do you want me to leave town? Fuck. I brought you here to make feel easier. I'm saying doing everything wrong. I shake my hand. No, I reach out and circle her wrist with my fingers to start from pacing. Then why you're telling me this? I could give her several whistling. Because you need to know my actions. Because if you stay here, someone will eventually recognize you. Because if we keep working together, we'll shatter whatever is left of friend's boundary. I don't say any of these things, though. I just look at a plenty of rhyme along my thumb across the wrist. You know why. Her chest rises and falls with her sigh. But then she jerks her hand from mine in the sudden knock on my F's door. I immediately stand straight and cannot force her arms over her chest. Our reaction is recklessly guilty right now. Marion is standing doorway looking back and forth between us. She grins and says, what did I just rob? An employee evaluation. I walk around my desk and pretend to be occupied by my computer screen. What do you need, Marianne? Well, this suddenly feels like the wrong moment to mention this, but you're here. The woman you're supposed to marry today? She's up front asking for you. It takes everything in not to look at Kenna to see her how reacted today. Somehow I managed to stay focused on Marian. Terror me right out. Marian backs away from door, but she leaves it open. Kenna immediately follows loud without looking back at me. I'm confused, because why would you be here? What could she possibly want? Is she having wrong your reaction what today is supposed to be in I am? Because I've heard her thought about it. I think that proves the right decision. For me, at least. I walk around my office, but I have to pass by Kenna and my wife to the front. It made 2 seconds by contact before she looks away. I exit the kitchen and walk around the room, but I don't need the immediate spot Leah. It's a lot more crowded now with the peril, so I glanced on for a moment before making my way behind the wall. Marion is the other end of the room, so I can't ask her where Leah went. Loman sees me and points her group of guys. I haven't taken the order yet. Where's Leah? Loman looks confused. Leah? What? Marion is walking toward me. She grins and leans over the bar when she reaches me. Loman is getting swamped, so he's asking me to grab you. I was kidding about Leah. I was just trying to build some ins for you because girls love eggs. You're welcome. She picks up the tray full of drinks and glides over to the table to deliver them. I shake my head in confusion. I'm irritated she lied, because now Kenna's mind is probably going in 1,000 different directions. But I'm also a little bit lying. I didn't want to see Leah. I stay and take a few orders and close our 3 tabs, but as soon as Roman is cut off, I head to the back. Kenna is in the kitchen. I look around for her, even motion toward the back door to let me know she's on break. When I push open the door of the alley, I found Kenna leaning against the bill with her arms folded over her chest. She looks up at me as soon as I walk outside, and I can see the immediate relief wash over her. She was jealous. She tried to hide a bifurcating smile, but I saw the look on her face before she shot away. I walk over the wall and minimal position against the wall. Marilyn was lying. Leah wasn't here, she made that up. She narrows her eyes in confusion. While she cannot stop talking, and I small smiled the first crossed lips. Wow, Marilyn is messy. She doesn't seem angry that Marion lied. She appeared impressed. Her smile makes me smile, and then I said you were jealous. Kenna lost her eyes. I was not. You were. She pushed you off the road and heads for the stair, but she passed the line in front of me. She faces me, and I can't tell her expression me. I don't know what she's about to do, but if she tried to kiss me, it would make my fucking night. I'm tired of back and forth with her. I'm tired of hiding her. I'd give anything be able to get to know her better without worrying about consequences, to be able to ask her questions that were nothing to Scotty or the Landrys. I want to even kiss her. I want to take her home with me. I normally fall asleep next to her and wake up next to her. I fucking like her on the morning or around her, but I don't want to be far from her. I'm putting my 2-week notice, she says. Shit. I chew my lip and door passionately won't drop my knees beggar's day. Why? She hesitated and then said, You know why. She disappeared back inside the building, and I sit in my fucking feelings. I stare at my truck and the Tensor drive straight to a factory in Grace's house and tell them all I can. I want to tell my surface she is. I want to tell them how wonderful she is. I want to tell them how forgiving she is, because every single one of us is making a life living hell. If she somehow does change enough for us. I want to tell Patrick and Grace every wonderful thing about Kenna, but even more than that, I want to tell Kenna how wrong is when I told you DM wouldn't benefit from having a life. Who am I saying the mother of our own child? Who the fuck am I candor judgment? Chapter 31. Kenna. It started raining on a drive home. They're nearing the windshield in the sound right now because neither of us is speaking. We haven't said a word to each other since we went to alley earlier tonight. I wonder if he's mad when I put in my notice. I don't know why he would be. He's the one brought up was so quiet it's making things uncomfortable. I can't continue to work for him though. How do I plan for my potential departure when you start a career with your company? I thought it message before, but it's bound to give a message if I let it continue. There's unreserved energy moving between us and truck when I pass in the parking lot. Sometimes when he drops me off, he doesn't even turn off the engine in his truck. But tonight he does, and he removes the key and his seatbelt and he grabs some umbrella and gets out of the truck. It only takes me a few seconds to make the passenger side, but in a few seconds, I've decided don't want him to walk me up. I can walk myself up. It's better that way. I don't trust myself with him. He opened my door and I reached for the umbrella. He pulls her back. What are you doing? He asks. Give me the umbrella. I can walk myself up. He takes me a step back so I can out of his truck. No, I'm walking it up. I don't know if you should. I definitely shouldn't, he says. But he keeps walking. Keeps holding me umbrella over my head. My breath there catches my chest before you even reach the top of the stairs. I fish my keys out of purse, unsure respecting a human side in his plan to tell me goodnight. Either choice makes nervous. I don't want it too much. I don't want you to do. He closed the umbrella with my door. You need to lock it. Before I open it, I turn to face Miss Quick going to let me say goodnight with my green invite inside. He points to my door, said nothing. I quietly inhale and push him open the door to my apartment. He follows me inside and closes the door behind him. He's acting so assured right now. The complete opposite what I'm feeling. I scoop Idea and take her to the bathroom. She can't get out in case Ezra opens the door to leave. When I close the bathroom door and turn around, Ezra is standing at the counter, running her finger across the stack of letters I printed out. I don't want to read them, so I walk over and flip them over and shove her aside. Are those letters? He asks. Most of them. But I have digital copies too. I typed on a couple of months ago. I was afraid to lose them. Will you read one of them to me? I shake my head. Those letters are personal to me. This is the second time he's asked if I read one, and the answer is still no. You ask me to read one of those letters, it would be like me asking you to play a tape one of a therapy session. I don't go to therapy, Lazar said. Maybe you should. He chews his lip and compounds and nods. Maybe I will. I walk around him and open the refrigerator. I've slowly been stocking it. I will actually have more than lunch over this time. You want something to drink? I have water, tea, milk. I grab almost empty container of juice. A sweet apple juice. I'm not thirsty. I'm not either, but I drink the rest of apple juice straight from the container as a preventive measure because I feel like about to puke child standing in an apartment like this. Just present here is not to me throat run dry. It's different where at work. There are other people around to keep my mind from the direction it's moving right now. But when it's just two of us alone in my apartment, all I can think about is the approximate limit to another how many heartbeats or send times 6 closed gap and kiss me. I set the empty container apple juice on the bar and wipe my mouth. Is that why you always taste like apple? I look right at him instead. It's an intimate thing to say. Admitting out loud, you know what someone else tastes like. I feel like dazzled, inexperienced teenager under his gaze, so I look down at my feet because not looking at him last training. What do you want, Lazar? He calmly leans against the counter. We're just a couple of feet apart when he said, I want to get you two better. I wasn't expecting him to say that, so of course look over him in immediate regret because he's standing so close to me. What do you want to know? More about you. Your likes, your dislikes, your goals. What do you want to do with your life? I can't help but laugh. I expected him to ask about Scotty or something related to DM or my current situation. But he's just making casual conversation when I have no idea what to do with it. I've always wanted to be a locksmith. That makes the Lazar laugh. A locksmith? I nod. Why a locksmith? Because no one can be mad at a locksmith. They show up harping on people on the crisis. I think it would be a rolling job to make shitty days a little bit better. Laser nods appreciatively. I can't say I've ever met anyone who wants to locksmith. Well, now you have. Next question. Why did you choose name DM? I turned his question around him before answering it. Why did Landry choose not to change the name I gave her? He works his job at full. They were worried maybe you can Scotty that Scotty named her, and DM was named Scotty Chose. Scotty never knew I was pregnant. Did you know you're pregnant? He asks. Before you Scotty died? I shake my head. My voice is Western if say no. I never would recruit guilty when I knew pregnant with DM. He concentrated on the reply. Why did you plead guilty? I hug myself. My eyes start to stain, so I take a moment to breathe to memory before answering him. I wasn't in a good headspace, I admit. I don't elaborate though. I can't. Laser doesn't come back with another question right away. He left silent build the room, and then he empties bag saying, "Where would be right now if I didn't know Scotty?" What do you mean? He sighs for briefly to my mouth. It's a flicker of gay, but I see it. I feel it. The night we met at the bar. You said you didn't know who I was. What if I was just some random guy who didn't know DM or Scotty or you? What do you think would have happened between us that night? A lot more than what had happened, I admit. He rose his throat as I swallowed the answer. He stared at me and I stared back, waiting anxiously for his next question or thought move. I sometimes wonder if I did even talking right now if I didn't know DM. Why does it matter? I asked. Because it would be different between you wanting to be with me from me or wanting to be with me so you could use me for my connection. My jaw tenses. I have to break a gaze and look at something besides him because that comment makes me angry. If I wanted to use you for your connection, I'd fuck you by now. I push up counter. You should go. I start to walk toward door. The laser grabs less and pulls me back. I spin around before we can't yell at him or to look in his eyes. It's apologetic. Sad. He pulls me to his chest and wraps his arms around me in comforting embrace. I'm still against him, unsure what to do my lingering anger. He slides his hand to my arms and lifts them, lapping around his waist. I wasn't assaulting you, he said, his breath grazing my cheek. I was just working through them such out loud. He pressed the side of his head to mine, and I squeezed my eyes shut because it feels so good. I forgot what it feels like someone else to need me, want me, like me. Laser keeps her lap tightly together when he said, in a matter of a few weeks, I went from hating you to liking you to wanting to work for you, sort of giving you those feelings sometimes overlap. I relate to Brandon, he knows. I sometimes want to scream at him for having the wall between me and my daughter, but at the same time, I want to kiss him for loving her enough to wall of protection for her. His finger missed my chin and touched my focus up to his. I wish I could take back what I said to you when I told you DM wouldn't benefit in being her life. He slides his hand into my hair, looks at me sincerely. She will be lucky to have a woman who'd like her life. You're selfish and you're kind and strong. You're everything I want DM to someday. He wipes away tears, the first down cheek. And I don't know how I can change the mind, but I'm going to try. I want to fight for you because I know that's Scotty want me to do. I have no idea what to do. All the feelings his work just brought out. Laser doesn't kiss me, but that's only because I kissed him first. I press my mouth to his because nothing I could say will convey how much he appreciates a validation he gets. He just gave to me. One thing for him to meet, he wants to meet her. He took a million steps further by saying he wanted to be like me. It's the kind of thing anyone ever said to me. His tongue slides against mine, and heat from his mouth seems to person to me. I pull him closer until he chased me, but it's still not close now. I had no idea there was the only thing holding me back from Ledger. I just needed to know he believed me. Now that I know he does, I can't find a single part of me that doesn't every part of him. Ledger lifts me and walks me across the room to the couch without breaking a kiss. The weight of his body feels so good pressed against mine. I start to pull off his shirt because I want to be against the skin, but it pushes my hand away. Wait, he says, pulling back. Wait. I drop my head to the couch and groan. I can't take much more of this one forward. I'm finally in headspace to let him do whatever he wants to me, and now it's one pulling away. He kisses my chin. I might be getting ahead of myself, but if you're all about to sex, I need to go down to my truck and grab a condom before you undress me. Unless you have a condom up here. I'm so relieved that that's why I stop. I push him away. Hurry. Go get one. He's off the couch and outdoor in second. I use the spare minute to check my reflection in bathroom mirror. I visit sleep in a little bed that is set next to the tub. I take a small downy toothpaste and brush it. I close my teeth and tongue. I wish I could write a quick letter to Scotty. I feel like I need to warn him what's about to happen, which is stupid because he's dead and it's been 5 years and I can sex with whoever I want. He was the last person I've ever sex with, so it feels like really big moment. Not to mention, it's with your best friend. I'm so sorry, Scotty, I whisper, but not sorry enough to stop it. I hear my front door open, so I leave the bathroom and find Ledger knocking the door. When he turns his face to me, I laugh because soaking wet from the ring. His hair is dripping water into his eye, so he pisses back. I probably should have used umbrella, but I didn't want to waste any time. I walk over to him and help him out of shirt. He returns the favor and helps me out of mine. I'm wearing my good bra. I wear every time work a shift with bar because I wanted to be prepared in case it happened. I've been trying to convince myself wouldn't, but deep down I've been hoping it would. Ledger leans forward and kisses on the mouth when the rain is so clipped. He's cold because he's wet. His tongue is scorching contrast to his fragile lips. My stomach throat heats when he rubs his other hand in my hair until my face back. She can kiss me even deeper. I lower my hand to his jeans and unbutton them, anxious to come out of them. Determined to feel him against me, fearful that I want to remember how to do that. It's been so long since I had sex I feel like I should want him. He starts to walk me backward toward the inflatable mattress. He lowers me onto it, starts to remove the rest of my clothes. As we're working my jeans down legs, I say, I haven't been with anyone since Scotty. He sighed me mine after a pulse of my jean, and his common reassurance and expression. He lowers himself on top of me, impresses soft kiss to my mouth. It's okay to change your mind. I shake my head. I'm not. I just wanted to know it's been a while. In case I'm not Gary. He cut me off in another kiss. Then he said, you've already exceeded my expectation, Kenna. He moves his mouth to my neck, and I feel his tongue drag my throat. My eyes first shut. He removes my panties and broads his chin, where his tongue explores every inch of me between my neck and my stomach. When he crawls back to me, kisses me on the mouth, I feel him hurt between my legs, and he feels me in anticipation. I give him a deep, long, meaningful kiss for retreat between us, put some condom. He positions his thumb against me. He doesn't enter me. Instead, he slides a finger up the center of me, insert and arch my back on the moon. My moan is drowned by the thunder outside. It's raining even harder now, but it like the thunderstorm is a background noise. It somehow makes him seem more sensual. Ledger continues to work his finger of me and then inside of me, and the sensation is so intense I can't even kiss him back. My lips are parted and I'm moaning in between gasps of air. Leather keeps restoring against mine. He isn't able to hoist me. It's a slow, almost painful experience. Even Mouth's shoulder makes gentle progress. When he's all the way inside me, I drag my back to the pillow because the pain threatened pressure. He slowly pulls out and pushes it back to me with a little more force. He exhales sharply and his breath falls on my shoulder, tickling my skin. I lift my head, opening myself up into more. She sucked into me again. Kenna. I can barely open my eyes and look at him. His lips graze mine and his whisper, "This is too good." Fuck. If I have to stop. He pulls my arm of me and when he does, I whimper. It's an admitting emptiness I wasn't prepared for. Leather remains on top of me and slides his fingers inside of me. I don't need time to complain before I'm moaning again. He kisses the below my ear. I'm sorry, I was long beside you. I don't even care. I just want him to keep doing what he's doing in his hand. I rub my arm on his neck and pull him down. I want all his weight pushed against me. His thread to center of me sends an intense jab through me, and my shoulder. She grunts my teeth way over the edge. Our mouths in a frantic kiss, and it's moment he finishes me off. I'm still trembling when his touch renews to me again. The waves of my orgasm are still rolling from me and lifts up into me and grits my each throat. God, he's beautiful. The muscles in arms flex with the lowered hips. He pulls one of my leg to shoulder. We make a contact second, and you can thumb up my leg. I wasn't expecting that. I won't do it again. She shoves my leg side and rolls him to on top of me again. You're a deeper ankle now. It is somehow to stab me even deeper. It's only a second before he starts to come. He tenses up and drops weight on me. Fuck. He groans and then said fuck a second time. Then he's kissing me. Intense kisses at first, but I have to pulse out. It grows sweeter, softer, slower. I worry that could happen again, but I need to catch my breath first. Maybe we hydrate. We kiss for a couple of minutes, and it's so hard to stop because this is the first time you can ever enjoy about things coming to abrupt-end. It doesn't help the rain again creating a perfect backdrop to this omen. I don't want it to end. I don't think Leather either. Every time he's finished kissing me, he comes back for more. He does stop eventually, only long enough to go to the bathroom and use a condom. When he comes back to the bed, he draws himself towards spooning me, and then he kisses my shoulder. He threads fingers to mine and tucks her hands on my stomach. I wouldn't mind if he put that on schedule again for tonight. I laugh, feel the way his phrase that. I don't know why you find it funny. Yes. Let's tell Siri to put it on the calendar for an hour from now, I tease. Hey, Siri, he yells. Both of our phones go off at the same time. Schedule sex with Kenna for an hour from now. I laugh and elbow him, then roll onto my back. He lifts up and smiles down at me. It lasts a lot longer this second time. I promise. I probably won't, I admit. Leather kisses me, and then he buries his head in my hair, tugging me closer to his side. I stare up to the ceiling for a long time. Maybe half an hour. Maybe even longer. Leather's breathing has evened out, and I'm almost part of his sleep. The rain has let her go, but feels active to make sleepy. I hear I made me from the bathroom, so I slipped off the mattress and let her out. She hustles into the couch and curls onto a ball. I walk to the counter and slide my notebook in front of me. I grabbed a pen and began writing a letter to Scotty. It doesn't take me long. It's a short letter, but unfinished, enclosed notebook and catch Lazarus staring at me. He's on his stomach with his chin resting on his arm. What did you write? He asks. This is the third time he's asking me rhythm sent. This is my third we feel like consider. I open the notebook letter I just wrote. I run my finger over Scotty's name. You might not like it. Is it the truth? I nod. Lazar points to the empty spot next to him on the bed. Then I want to hear it. Come here. I raise an eyebrow warning because not everyone can handle the truth words they think they can. But he remains steadfast, so I join on the bed. He rolls onto his back, and I'm sitting cross-legged next to him when I begin to read. Dear Scotty, I had sex with your best friend tonight. I'm not sure that's something you want to hear. Or maybe it is. I get the feeling if you can hear this letter from wherever you are, you would want to be happy. And right now, Lazar is the one thing in my life that makes me happy. If it's any consolation, this sex with him great, but no one can handle candle to you. Love, Kenna. I close the notebook and rest on my lap. Lazar is quiet for a moment and stares toward at the ceiling. You're just saying that you don't hurt his feeling, right? I laugh. Sure. If that's you need here. He grabs the notebook and tosses it aside. If that's you need here. He grabs the notebook and tosses it aside. He wraps an arm around me and pulls me on top of him. It was good though, right? I press a finger to his lips and drop my mouth to his ear. The best, I whisper. At the exact moment I say that, a loud clap of thunder rolls through the sky outside with perfect timing. It's so loud I can feel it in my stomach. Oh shit, Lazar said in a loud. Scotty didn't like that. You better take back. Tell him I saw. I immediately side up Lazar and lie on my back. I'm sorry, Scotty. You're better than Lazar, I promise. We laughed together, then we both sighed and listened to the rain for a while. Lazar eventually puts her hand on my hip and lures me to him. He nips at my bottom lip before kissing my neck. I feel like I need another opportunity to prove myself. His kisses move lower and lower until it takes my lips into his mouth. The second time is much longer, then somehow even better. Chapter 32. Lazar. The kitten slept in Kenneth on my online. Maybe it's real, but I like watching her without Ivy. She is affectionate with her. She always makes sure Ivy doesn't have an opportunity to understand her. She is lucky. It makes me curious how she will be DM, because I'm confident I'll get to witness someday. It might take a while to get there, but I found the way. She deserved it and DM deserves it, and I trust my gut feelings more than my thought. I move quietly as I reach my phone to check the time. It's almost 7 in the morning, and DM will wake up soon. She'll notice my truck is gone. I should probably try to get home before they leave Patrick's mother's house. I don't want to sleep. I cannot sleep, though. I would feel like an asshole if she woke up alone after last night. I press a gentle kiss the corner of mouth, and then brush her hair on my face. She begins to move and moan, and I knew she was waking up, but her wake-up sounds are very similar to sex sound, and I don't want to leave. Ever. She finally gets her eyes open and looks up at me. I have to go, I say quietly. Can I come back over later? She nods. I'll be here. I'm off day. She gives me a close to lips kiss. I'll kiss you better later, but I want to brush my teeth first. I laugh and kiss her cheek. Before I get up, you have the brief moment of contact. We are first like thinking something she doesn't want to say out loud. I stare down her for a minute, waiting for her to speak. Words she doesn't. I kiss her mouth one more time. I'll be back this afternoon. I waited too long. DM and Grace avoid the wait in a large front yard and I pour onto a street. DM sees me for a Grace stop, so she already running across the street when I pull onto my driveway and kill my truck. I swim open the door and immediately scoop her up. I kiss the side of DM's head right when she wraps her sword around me, squeeze my neck. I swear to God, there's nothing even remotely close to hug from this girl. A hug from mother doesn't want a very close second, though. Grace makes me admire a few seconds later. She shoots me teasing look as she knows why I'm out at night. She might think she knows, but she wouldn't be looking at me like this if she and Nicole was with. You look like you didn't get much sleep, she says. I slept plenty. Get your head out of the gutter. Grace laughs into tucks and DM's ponytail. Well, you have the perfect timing. She was hoping they'd say goodbye before you left. DM holds my neck again. Don't forget about me, she said, loosening her grip so I can set her back down. You only be gone one night, D. How could I forget about you? DM scratches her face and says, You're old, and all people forget stuff. I'm not old, I say. Hold on before you go, Grace. I unlocked my front door, head to my kitchen, and grabbed flour I bought for yesterday morning. I have a lot of Mother's Day or the Father's Day pet without getting something for her or Patrick. She's been like a mother in my whole life, so I'd honestly probably still buy a flower even if Scotty were here. Happy Mother's Day. I hand it to her as she acts surprised and delighted and gives my hug, but I don't hear her thank you through the loud regret piercing me right now. I forgot today, Mother's Day. I woke up next to Kenna this morning and said nothing to her body. I feel like an old asshole. I need to put this in water before I go, Grace says. Wonder if I could DM at the car for me? I grab Dean's hand, walks across the street. Patrick is already in the car waiting. Grace walks the flower into the house, and I open the back door to buckle DM into her car seat. What's Mother's Day? She asks me. It's a holiday. I keep my explanation brief, but Patrick and I trade glances. I know. But why were you in Mono giving man a flower for Mother's Day? You said Robin is mother. Robin is my mother, I say. And your grandmother in Andrew is North's mother. That's why I'm going to see her today. But on Mother's Day, if you know a mother that you love, you buy her flowers even she isn't your mother. DM crinkles up her nose. Am I supposed to give my mother flowers? She's really been working through the whole family truly, and it's cute, but also concerning. She's the one to going to find out a family tree was once struck by lightning. Patrick finally chanced in. We gave her native flowers last night, remember? DM shakes her head. No. I'm talking about my mother that isn't here. The one in the tiny car. Are we supposed to give her flowers? Patrick and I trade another glance. I'm sure he's mistaking a pain on my face to DM's question. I kissed DM on the forehead just gracefully returned to the car. Your mother will get flowers, I say DM. Love you. Tell your grandmother Angel I said hello. DM smiled very purpose my cheek with her tiny hand. Happy Mother's Day, Laser. I backed her from the car and turned the half-stage trick. But instead of driving away, I feel my heart grow heavier. DM's words sinking. She's starting to wonder about Mother. She's starting to worry. And even though Patrick's son there just reassuring by Sam DM's mother we get flower, I was actually making her promise when I won't break. The idea of cannot go on through entire day today without a mother being acknowledged by anyone makes me angry at the whole situation. I sometimes want to place that blame to recurring on Patrick and Grace, but it's not fair either. They're just what they need to do to survive her. It's what it is. A fucked up situation with don't even people blank. Or just a bunch of sad people doing what we have to do making it to tomorrow. Some of us sadder than another, some of us more willing to forgive than another. Cross are heavy, but for the people hurting the most, I suppose forgiveness is even heavier. I pull up the candle's apartment a few hours later and I'm halfway the stairs when I spot her out back. She's cleaning off the table. I let her machine notice me. Her eyes fall to the flowers in my hand and she stiffens. I walk closer, feel she's just staring at the flower. I hand them to her. Happy Mother's Day. I already put the flowers in a vase because I wasn't sure she even had one. Based on the look on her face, I'm wondering if Navia shouldn't have other flowers. Maybe celebrate Mother's Day before she's even met a child is uncomfortable. I don't know, but I feel like I should put my thought in this moment. She takes me from me hesitation, like she's never been to gift before. Then she looks at me and very quietly she says, "Thank you." She means it. The way her eyes twitch up immediately convincing bringing me them is the right move. How was the want? She smiled. It was fun. We had fun. She nods her head up to her apartment. You wanna come up? I follow her upstairs, and once you're inside her apartment, she taps off the base of lower waters and sets her counter. She's adjusting the flowers as she said, "What are you doing today?" I want to say, "Whatever you're doing," but I don't know what her head is after last night. Sometimes things are good and perfect at the moment, but then they get hours for reflection afterward. But perfection can mold something else. I'm heading out to a new house to get some work done on the floor. Patrick and Grace took them to his mother, so they'll begin until tomorrow. Kenna was on a pink button of her loose, white, flowy skirt. I've never seen her anything other than a t-shirt and jeans, but they sure reveals the tiniest in the cleavage. I'm trying so hard not to look, but holy fuck, it's a struggle. We both standing silent for a beat. Then I say, "You wanna come with me?" She asks me cautiously, "Do you want me to?" I realize the hesitation pouring in from may not be because of her own feelings of regret, but rather her fears that I've grasped. Of course I do. The conviction in my response makes her smile, and the smile that breaks down whatever is keeping separated. I pull her and kiss her. She's immediately sees her lips on my mouth, and I hate that I even made her down her throat for 1 second. I should have kissed her as soon as I handed her flowers downstairs. "Can you get snow calling in the way there?" she asks. I nod. "Do you have a punch card?" She teases. "I never leave a house without it." She laughs and grabs her purse and passes her goodbye. When you get downstairs, Kenna and I fold up the table and chair and begin hauling in my truck. It works out and I'm here today because I've been meaning to move on of this table to the new house. I'm carrying the last armful of chairs to the truck and later Diana peers out of woolwear. She stands between me and Kenna and the truck. "Are you living with the jerk?" she asks Kenna. "You can start calling me jerk now. His name is Ledger." Lady Diana looks me up and down and mutters, "Ledger." Kenna ignores the insult and says, "I'll see you at work tomorrow." I'm laughing when you get in the truck. Ledger. That was actually really clever. Kenna buckles the seatbelt and says, "She's reading ambitious." It's a dangerous combination. I put the truck in reverse, wondering if I should give her other gift I prefer. Now that we're here in my truck together, it feels slightly more embarrassing when I got the idea for it, and the fact that I spent so long this morning makes it lunch awkward. So we'll listen on your partner before I'm using work up the same. I knew something. A weird love stop in a stand text the link. Her phone pinged, so she opened the link and stares at her screen for a few seconds. What is this? A playlist? Yeah, I made it this morning. It's over 20 songs that have absolutely nothing to do with anything that could remind you anything sad. She stares at her screen and her phone. She scrolled to the song. I'm waiting for some kind of reaction from her. Her face is blank. She looks up the window, covers her mouth, and she starts from laugh. I keep stealing glances at her, then I eventually can't take it anymore. I laugh. Are you laughing? Is that stupid? Are you laughing? Is it only face me? She's smiling, and there might even be bursting tears in her eyes. It's not stupid at all. She reaches across the sea from my hand, and then she looks back out of the window. For at least 2 miles, I'm fighting back a smile. But then somewhere around the 3rd mile, I'm fighting back her front because something simple as a pleasure shouldn't make her want to cry. Her running is starting to hurt me. I want to see her happy. I want to be able to say all the right things when I tell Patrick and Grace Rice give her a chance. But the fact that I still don't really know her story with Scotty when she's normal famous in front of my parents are composed why. Every time in her question always on the tip of my tongue. What happened? Why did you leave him? But it's either never at the right moment when the moment is right but the emotions are already too heavy. I wanted to ask her last night when I was asking all the other questions, but I just couldn't get it out. Sometimes she looks too sad for me to expect her to talk about things that would make her even sadder. I need to know, though. I feel like I can't fully defend her or blindly look for her being on DM's life until I know exactly what happened that night and why. Can I? We glance at each other at the same time. I want to know what happened that night. The air develops work to feel harder breathing. I think I just made it harder for her to breathe too. She inhales a slow breath and releases my hand. She flies her finger and grips her thigh. You said you were about it. Will you read it to me? Her expression in fieldwork looks like fair enough, but like she's too scared to go back to that night, or too scared to take me there with her. I don't blame her, and I feel bad asking her to, but I want to know. I need to know. If I'm gonna drop to my knees in front of Patrick and Grace when I beg to give her a chance, I need to fully know the person I'm fighting for her. Even though it's the point, she couldn't say anything to change my mind about her. I know she is a good person, but good person who had one bad night. It happens to the best of us. The worst of us, all of us. Some of just lucky and the other in that moment. I go off the steering wheel and I say, please, I need to melt, can I? Another quiet moment passes, but then she grabs her phone and unlocks the screen. She clears her throat. My window was cracked, so I rolled the way up and make it quieter in the cab of a truck. She looks so nervous. Before she begins to read, I reach over and tuck loose strange hair behind her ear as show her solidarity. Something I don't know. I just want to touch her and let her know I'm not judging her. I just need what happened. That's all. Chapter 33. Kenna. Dear Scotty, your car is my favorite place to be. I don't know if I ever told you that. It was only a place you could get truly solitude. I used to look forward to the day schedule would line and you pick me up from work. I get in your car and you exert feeling all the same welcoming comforts home. You always have soda waiting for me, and that days you knew I haven't dinner yet, you have small order fries, meat donuts sitting in the cup holder. You knew they're my favorite fry. You were sweet. You always did sweet things for me. Tiny little gesture here and that most people don't think of. You were more than I deserve, even though you argue with that. I've gone over that you died so many times. I want to every single second of a day down on paper. Most of it was an estimate, of course. I don't know if I actually spent a minute and a half brushing my teeth that morning, or if the break I took at work really was 15 minutes to the second, or if you really spent 57 minutes at the party we went that night. I'm sure I'm not calculation for a few minutes here or there, but for the most part, I can account for everything that happened that day, even the things I wish I could forget. I got you into college for having a party in your being roommate freshman year, so you said early to him to make an appearance. I was sad to have to be a party. In Sunshine, I'm glad you got to see most of your friends that night. I know you probably mentioned you died. Even though you made an appearance, it wasn't your senior anymore and you didn't want to be there. You were past with the party and starting to focus on the more important pieces of life. You had just started graduate school and you spent your spare time either studying or with me. I knew we wouldn't be there long, so I found a chair in the corner living room and crawled into it and made you around. I don't know if you knew this, but I watched your entire 57 minutes we were there. You were so magnetic. You were so magnetic, eyes would like to look at you. Crowds will gather around you, and your spots hadn't yet greeted. You have to see Hugh's reaction with the most important person at the party. I don't know if that's something you practice, but I have a feeling you didn't even know you had that kind of power. The power to make people feel appreciated important. Around the 56th minute you were there, you spotted me sitting on the corner smiling at you. You walked over to me. I suddenly found myself focused with sole attention. You had me locked in your game, and I knew I was appreciated. I was important. You sat down next to me in the chair and kissed my leg as you whispered my ear. I'm sorry I left you alone. You didn't leave me alone. I was with you the whole time. Do you want to leave now? You asked. Not if you're having fun. Are you having fun? You asked. I shrugged. I could think of a lot more things were more fun at that party. By the smile spread across your face, I gather you felt the same. Want to go to the lake? I nodded because those were my three favorite things. That lake. Your car. You. You stole a 12-pack of beer when you snuck out. You drove us to the lake. We had a favorite spot we would go some night. It was down the back road, and you sat in your back and you took a ping there with your friend. It wasn't far from where you lived with your roommate, so sometimes you show up to my apartment in the middle of the night and you go there and have sex on the dock or in the water or in your car. Sometimes we stay and watching the sunrise. That particular night, we had a beer with taken parties and leftover edible and music turned out we were making out on the water. We didn't have sex that night. Sometimes we only made out. We liked to do that so much because one of the things I always hate about relationship how many empty stuff and sex become things. But with you, the makeout always just a special sex. You kissed me on the water like last time you'd ever kissed me. I wonder if you had some sort of fear or premonition, and that's why you kissed me that way you did. Or maybe I only remember so well because our last kiss. We got out of the water and you remained naked dark in the moonlight, the world spinning above our head. I want meatloaf, you said. I left you because it was such a random thing to say. Meatloaf? You grinned and said, yeah, doesn't that sound good? Meatloaf and mashed potato. You sat up on the dock and then handed me jar Herschel. Let's go to the diner. You had more to drink than me, so asked me to drive. It wasn't like to drink and drive, dressing you sweating invincible at the moonlight. We were young and in love, and surely no one died when they were the happiest. You were also high, so our decisions were slightly more impaired that night, whatever the reason you asked me to drive. And for whatever reason, I didn't tell you I shouldn't. I got in your car, no one entered on the gravel as you reached for the door. I still got behind the wheel, even though I had to blink really hard to make sure her wasn't driving and not reverse. And I still chose to drive us away in the lake, even though I'm too drunk to remember how to down the volume. Corporates blasting so loud over the radio is making my ears hurt. We didn't even get very far before you happened. You knew the roads better than I did. They were gravel and I was going too fast and didn't know the so sharp. You said, slow down. You said it kind of loud, and it started driving, so I slammed the brakes. But I know now the slamming on the brakes on the gravel top road can you look at complete control of the car, especially when you're drunk. I was turning the wheel to the right, but the car kept going to the left, like a split on ice. A lot of people lucky after wreck because they don't remember detail. They have recollection of things happen before the wreck and after the wreck over time. Every single second of that night come back to me, whether I wanted to or not. The top was down on the convertible, and always can remember why I thought the car hit the ditch and began to tell me to need to protect her face because I was worried the glass windshield might cut us. That was my biggest fear at the moment. A little glass. I didn't see my life flash before my eyes. I didn't even see your life flash before my eyes. Always worry about the moment was what happened to you, because surely no one died when at their happiest. I felt my whole world and I felt gravel against my cheek. The radio was still blasting Coldplay. The engine was still running. My breath had caught in my throat and I couldn't even scream, but I didn't think I needed to. I just kept thinking about your car and how mad you probably were. I remember whispering, I'm so sorry, like your biggest concern will be there if you have to call a truck. Everything happened so fast, but I was calm at that moment. I thought you were too. I was waiting for you to ask me if I was okay, but with upside down in the convertible and everything I had to drink that night flipping over my stomach, and I felt the gravity I don't have never felt before. I started walking pew and did line myself off the strike for my seatbelt. When I found you clicked it, I remember falling. It was only good, but it's one expected that a lot of yell. You still didn't ask me if I was okay. It was dark, and I realized you might be trapped, so I reached over and touched arm to follow you out. I knew you'd find a way. Oh wow, I relied on you for everything. In your presence, the only reason I still calm. I wasn't even over the car anymore because I knew you'd be worried about me. Your car. It's not speeding too much or trying to recklessly. I was only a little bit drunk, a little bit high, but surface speed we even needed wasn't too much. We only flipped over because we had a deep ditch, and since the top wasn't even up, I thought surely be no damage. Maybe a week or two in the shop, and then the car I loved so much, the car that feel like home, we'd be fine. Like you. Like me. Scotty. I shook her arm and I said no that time. I wanted to know it's okay. I started making shock, and so I so quiet. When you didn't move, you dangling against the wall that how someone become a ceiling. My first thought is Michael passed out. But when I pulled my hand back to figure out the way to run myself up, it was covered in blood. Blood was supposed to be running through your vein. I couldn't grasp that. I couldn't fathom that a silly wreck on the side of a county road that could actually tell that there was blood. I'm immediately scooted close to you, and because you're upside down and steering your seatbelt, I couldn't pull you to me. I tried, but you wouldn't budge. I turned your face to mine, but looked like you're sleeping. Your lips were slightly parted and your eyes were closed, and you looked so much lucky all the time. I spent night with you, woke up to find you asleep next to me. I tried pulling you, but still wouldn't budge because your car was on top of part of you. Your shoulder and your arm is red, and you couldn't pull you out or get your seatbelt, even though it's dark. I realized a miraculous blood seemingly reflects of this ocean. Your blood everywhere. The entire car being upside down made everything even more confusing. Where you parked? Where is your phone? I needed a phone, so I scrambled and felt around my hand, looking for phone where I felt like an eternity, but I could find rocks and glass. The whole time I was muttering your name, chattering teeth. Scotty. Scotty, Scotty, Scotty. It was a prayer. I didn't know how to pray. No one had taught me. I just remembered you giving our family dinner at your parents' house, and the priest used to foster mother. Luna, pray. But all I ever people do is bless food, and I just wanted to wake up. So I stood him over and hoped God would hear me, even though I wasn't sure if I was getting his attention. It suddenly felt like an odd pain set tension that night.